Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I will talk about the compromises you make for being an universally likable person, the costs you bear for being liked by everyone around you. And if this interests you, I would urge you to stay on with me till the end. Have you ever wondered why some people always earn respect effortlessly? They are never interrupted. Their time is never wasted. So what makes them different? What is it that they have which you don't? The reason they get respect isn't because they are smarter, richer, or more successful than you. It is because they know one psychological trick which you were never taught ever, or you did not learn. It's a simple trick, yet so powerful that once you learn it, it could change your entire life. Imagine someone cutting you off in front of a line and you saying nothing. A friend cancels a plan at the last minute for the third time in a row, and you just smile. Someone takes credit for your idea and you let it slide. Do you know what you are doing? You are training people to walk all over you. But here's the part that's going to shock you. The people who do not deal with this are not doing it by accident. They are using a dark secret about human psychology that Niccolo Machiavelli, often called the father of modern political philosophy and political science, discovered more than 500 years ago. A secret that separates people who command respect from those who beg for approval. What if I tell you that being liked is in fact making you weak? Each time you try to please everyone, you are giving away your power. That the harder you chase approval, the less people actually respect you. This isn't a feel-good advice. This is raw psychology that works every single time. By the end of this audio, you will understand why some people naturally command rooms while others disappear in them. Why some people get listened to while others get ignored. And most importantly, how to become the person who never gets disrespected again. Would you not like to stop being some people's backup plan and rather be their first choice? If you do, I would urge you again to stay on with me till the end of the audio. Let us now see what is the hidden weakness of being liked. Every single person who walked all over you, dismissed you and treated you in a way that you don't matter have one thing in common. They knew that you needed their approval more than they needed yours. Think about it. When was the last time a person was respected who was desperate to be liked? Never. Because desperation has a smell and everyone can sense it from a mile away. What happens when you make being liked your priority? You become predictable. People know exactly how you are going to react. They know you will smile even when they insult you. They know you will agree when they are wrong. They know you will show up even if they don't respect your time. And once you are predictable, you become disposable. The harder you try to be liked, the less people actually like you. But think about the people who you truly respect. Are they the ones who are constantly seeking your approval? Or are they the ones who seem to be completely fine without it? The truth is, people are drawn to those who don't need them. It's human psychology. We want what we can't have, and we dismiss what comes too easy. When you get into the habit of seeking approval for your actions, you fall in everyone's eyes. So now, let's get into the practical stuff and check the 6 Machiavellian rules that can transform you from an approval addict to someone who commands respect. Rule number 1. Speak less and act more. Most people talk too much and do too little. They explain themselves constantly, make excuses, and over-communicate everything. This makes them look weak and desperate for understanding. People who command respect do the opposite. They speak only when they have something important to say, and they let their actions speak for them. They don't explain their decisions to people who don't deserve their explanations. They don't justify their choices to people who wouldn't make better ones. When someone disrespects you, don't give them a speech about respect. Just remove yourself from their presence. When someone breaks a boundary, don't explain why boundaries matter. Just enforce the consequences. Respect is built on one simple principle, and that simple principle is consequence. When people know that crossing you will cost them something, they don't cross you. It's that simple. When your decisions are questioned, don't justify them. Just stick to them. Machiavelli once said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps. The fox cannot defend himself from wolves." So one must therefore be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten the wolves. Be the fox when you need to be strategic, and be the lion when you have to show your strength. Rule number 2. Never chase approval. This one's simple but not easy. No matter how much you want someone to like you, never chase their approval. Don't text them repeatedly if they don't respond. Don't explain yourself when they seem upset. Don't try to win them over when they're cold. Be indifferent to their opinion about you. If they like you, it's their gain. If they don't, it's their loss. This indifference is magnetic. It makes people wonder why you don't need their approval, which effectively turns their manipulative behavior towards you to respect you sooner than you could imagine. Rule number 3. Stay cold and calm under attack. When someone tries to provoke you, pushes your buttons, your reaction determines everything. If you get emotional, defensive, or angry, they win. They have proven that they can control your emotions, which means they have power over you. But if you stay completely calm, if you respond to their attack with cold indifference or even slight amusement, you have shown everyone watching that they can't touch you. You are psychologically bulletproof, and that is terrifying to people who depend on emotional manipulation as a means for survival. Rule number 4. Stay unpredictable. Predictable people are easily controlled. When others know how exactly you will react to situations, they can manipulate those reactions to get what they want from you. Keep people guessing. Sometimes be generous, sometimes be ruthless, sometimes be social, and sometimes be distant. Sometimes help others, but sometimes put yourselves first. This unpredictability keeps others off balance and forces them to respect your autonomy. Machiavelli once said, "Since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we are to choose between them, it is far better to be feared than loved." Don't be predictable and nice, but don't be predictably mean either. Be strategically both. Rule number 5. Enforce boundaries swiftly and silently. When someone crosses a line, speed and clarity matter more than severity. A swift, proportional consequence teaches them the lesson better than a delayed, harsh punishment. Silence often speaks louder than explanations. Don't warn people multiple times. Don't give second chance to the same behavior. Don't explain why their behavior was wrong. Just implement the consequence immediately and move on. This teaches everyone around you that your boundaries are real and not mere suggestions. You should be unmovable. Rule number 6. Scarcity and distance as power multipliers. Here is something which makes people travel backwards. They think being constantly available makes them valuable. They think always saying yes makes them indispensable. They think giving unlimited access to their time and attention makes them loved. They are wrong on every count. Scarcity creates value always. When something is rare, people want it more. When something is common or easily available, people take it for granted. This applies to money, objects, opportunities, and most importantly, you, yourself. When you are always available, you become like background noise in people's lives. They now know that you will always be there, and so they stop appreciating your presence. They stop valuing your cooperation as they know you will always say yes. They know you will forgive them, and hence they don't hesitate to hurt you. But when your time becomes scarce, when your attention becomes limited, when your forgiveness becomes conditional, suddenly people start treating them as a precious resources, which actually they are. Think about the people who have the most social power in any group. Do they show up in everything and agree with everyone? Never. They will show up at an appropriate time, they will leave when they are ready, and say no without any explanation. Their selective presence makes their actual presence more valuable. This is the power of strategic distance, not being cold or cruel, but being selective about where you invest your energy. Not being mean to people, but not being endlessly available to them either. Machiavelli once said, "Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand." Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few can see what you are actually. The less people see of you, the more they wonder about you, and curiosity is magnetic. Let's see how it plays out practically. Instead of being the person who replies to every text immediately, become the person who replies when it's convenient. Instead of being available for every hangout, accept invitations selectively. Instead of helping everyone who asks for it, help people who deserve it. This is not rude or selfish. This is about realizing that your time, energy, and money are finite resources and you are treating them accordingly. When you give away these resources freely to everyone, they become worthless. When you give them selectively to people who appreciate them, they become priceless. The beauty about scarcity is, it is self-reinforcing. The less available you become, the more people would want your attention. The more they want your attention, the better they treat you to get it. The better they treat you, the more selective you can afford to be. It's an upward spiral of respect and influence. But you should be prepared to lose some people in this process. The people who only valued you because you were easy to access will disappear when you become selective. That's actually good for you. These weren't real relationships anyway. They were people who took advantage of your availability. The people who stick around, the ones who respect your boundaries and appreciate your selective presence, are the relationships worth having. They are based on mutual respect instead of your desperation to please. Distance also gives you perspective. When you are not continuously trying to manage everyone's emotions and opinions, you can clearly think about what you want. When you are not always reacting to other people's demands, you can be proactive about your own goals. This is why the most powerful people often seem to be slightly detached. It's not that they don't care, it's that they don't care too much. They understand that emotional distance is necessary for clear thinking and good decision making. So now let's see what happens when you implement these principles. Everything changes. Everything around you. First, your relationships change dramatically. Be sure, some people will start hating you because they cannot manipulate you anymore. But the relationships that stay and form new are the genuine ones. People start relating to the real you instead of the people pleasing masks you used to wear. Your confidence skyrockets. This is the second effect. Not fake confidence based on validation, but real confidence. Your self-worth stops being put up for a debate. You stop guessing yourself because you stop caring if others agree with your choices. Number 3, opportunities start coming to you instead of you chasing them. People start seeking your opinion because they know that you will give them the truth and not what they want to hear. They offer you better positions as they know you wouldn't accept anything below your worth. Your stress levels drop. Number 4, your stress levels drop through the floor when you stop managing others' emotions and opinions, and life becomes so much more simpler. You can focus on what actually matters instead of engaging your mind on what others would think of you. And now, the most important change, number 5. You become psychologically free. Free from the exhausting cycle of seeking approval and avoiding disapproval. Free from the need to be someone different as per the choice of others. Machiavelli once said, "It is not the titles that honor men, but men honor titles." Your worth doesn't come from what others think of you. It comes from what you think of yourself and how you choose to show up in the world. This transformation isn't instant and it is not always comfortable. You will be tempted to slip back into old patterns when things get difficult. You second guess yourself when people criticize your new boundaries. You will wonder if you are being too harsh when you enforce consequences. But stick with it, because on the other side of this discomfort is the original version of yourself whom you have probably never met. Someone who commands respect without demanding it, who attracts genuine relationships without chasing them, who has real power without abusing it. The world is full of people who are desperately trying to be liked, but it's desperately short of people who command genuine respect. Decide for yourself, which one do you choose to be? Someone who makes himself universally likable at the cost of his self-esteem, self-worth, or someone who earns respect by remaining firm and assertive? The choice is yours, because it's your life after all.